in progress. We are as good to go. Everything is in place. All the committees are putting final touches on their assignments. We divided this assignment into different sectors. The health sector, they have had their emergency medical health services ready in case need arises. The transportation sector is ready. All the vehicles we need are already parked and in place. We are not hiring a single vehicle during this conference. We are going to use government vehicles, public vehicles, good vehicles from designated senior officers of government. We have already retrieved them. They are parked in Kololo and some at parliamentary grounds. The conference hall facilities are already in place, including the committee rooms where different committees of the Speakers' Conference will be taking place. Security has been guaranteed. The entire security infrastructure is in place. We assure our delegates that we are going to hold one of the most peaceful conferences they have known. The courtesy of our people, the whole world knows it. We are going to have excursions. Our guests are going to visit Namugongo shrines. They are going to visit Makerere University. They will be entertained at Nderetu. They will visit work, the Uganda Wildlife Center in Entebbe, formerly known as the zoo. His Excellency the President will open up the conference. Whatever is required to have a very successful meeting, conference, we have put it in place. I'd like to thank the administration of Parliament, plus indeed all the members of Parliament and the technical staff who have made this thing possible. We have got confirmations from around 43 speakers. They have already sent their itineraries. We have attached courtesy MPs to each delegation and protocol officers. Whatever is required, we have put it in place. And we are looking forward. We can't wait to receive our guests.
Okay, it is going to take place in Speakers. Are we ready? And the road infrastructure to those places?
Yeah, we still have a little bit of challenges of accessibility. But as you know, Uganda is going to hold 3 big meetings, international meetings. The Speakers' Conference, the Non-Aligned Movement, and then the G77. And all of them take place in the same place. So some of the access roads are being worked on up to now, but at least the main access road will be ready by the time our guests are arriving tomorrow. They will have even opened up that place near Usaba roundabout. But that's what we are. You see, let me tell you one thing. I don't believe that we should do our roads because visitors are coming. Ugandans are entitled to good roads. But even if we don't have good roads, that's what we are. So there is nothing to hide. It's like somebody who says that because visitors are coming, let me now bathe. No, everybody is supposed to be bathed every day. So the message I have for our colleagues who are in administration of the city, that is Kampala Capital City Authority, is to make sure that our infrastructure is good, with or without us receiving visitors. So government should allocate more resources for refurbishment and maintenance of our city roads, because some of them are in a state of disrepair. However, we have mapped out where our guests will be passing, and all those roads are motorable.
Okay, lastly, what is this 27th Speakers Conference aim to achieve in Uganda?
Well, there are two. First of all, what does it aim to achieve? Speakers of all countries which were formerly colonies of the British come together and share experience about the pertinent issues which they think these parliaments should be addressing, whether it is about gender equality, it is about environment, is about democratization processes, It's about economic development of their countries, because the Commonwealth is a family. Countries that were for a long time colonized by Britain, and many of them have challenges. How do they come together and share experience together with their former colonial master, who is United Kingdom? What are they going to achieve is, once you share challenges, how do you overcome them to have better countries, to have the livelihood of your people better? That's the main aim of this conference. How do you manage your parliament? Diverse political opinions, sometimes contradictory. How do you manage your disagreements? All those are discussed in a very candid way. Some speakers have been speakers for a very long time. Others have been speakers for a very short time. So those who have not been at the helm of their parliaments for a long time hear the old hands at the job, those who have been there for a long time. Even those who have been there for a long time are very old men. Then you have young people, the new crop of leaders coming up. How do they manage their affairs and so on? So it's a very enriching experience. That's number one. Number two, once you bring guests here, of course, we are going to spend some money, because the conference facilities we are providing for them. There's a lot of expenditure which goes on feeding them. There's some expenditure which goes on security apparatus to make sure that they are safe. We're also providing transport for them, from the airport to the different hotels they are staying. But the majority are staying in one hotel. That makes it easier for us. We chose Munyonyo because we wanted to be not as disruptive as ordinarily it is to the ordinary people who live in Kampala. To close roads because VIPs are moving around. So we advise that they stay first of all in Munyonyo, meaning from Entebbe Airport to Munyonyo, you just use the highway, and then you are there. You are not going to disrupt so much the daily activities of the people who live in Kampala. So, one, the hotels are going to get money where they are staying. When we take them for excursions, they are going to buy Ugandan products, because we are going to take them to Makerere, we are going to take them to Namugongo, we are taking them to Wek, and all these, they have souvenirs. We are taking them to places where they can buy things from Uganda, whether it's a garment, an art craft, and so on. Two, we also having entertainment groups. This time, we are getting them from up country. We want to have a little bit of a change. You know, many of these international conferences, we hire the same groups in Kampala. Now, we need an Ebola dance troupe from northern Uganda. We also need one from eastern Uganda. We shall also get one from western Uganda, to expose them to international meetings and international guests. But also they'll get some little money as local groups, because it is all, we hire them. They don't come to perform for free. So when the guests come, they spend money here, they spend money in an economy, but also we need to promote our country. We are showcasing Uganda, whether the gifts we are going to give them, some of them actually are going to remain behind. I don't want to go into details, but some are going to visit a few places in Uganda to see how Uganda is naturally gifted. There's a lot of sea. We are a non-endowed country in terms of the climate, in terms of our people, in terms of the natural resources like rivers, lakes, wildlife. So some of them are going to have that opportunity. And when they go back to their country, it is a hope they will eventually sell Uganda as a tourist destination.
Okay, are there some practical achievements we can attribute this speakers conference to? For example, now this is the 27th, but Uganda has been participating in the previous ones. Are there some practical achievements we can attribute this speakers conference to?
Yes, the majority of these speakers, that's the question you ask those who have been presiding officers. Mine was to organize the conference itself as the chairperson of the coordinating committee. Have the speakers learned anything as a result of attending these conferences? In my view, yes. The details of which you need to talk to the individual speakers, those who have been speakers and so on. The last time it was held, it was in Australia. I happened to have attended it together with the Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, Right Honourable Thomas Taiba. And he would tell you there are many things he did know how to manage a house. And some of those experiences are helping him, or they enriched him to be a better speaker he is. Similarly, the Right Honourable Anita Mong is going to attend this one because this is about them as speakers. I'm sure she'll learn much, and she'll continue attending as long as there's the Speaker of Parliament, these meetings to enrich her, to help her manage this very important institution called Parliament. I'm sure the Right Honourable Kadaga used to attend when he was, and the Right Honourable Sekandi. So all of them, there are positive aspects about their tenure as speakers, and some of them, I must say, came from attending conferences like this.
Honorable Chair, as tough spoken as the person when in the one that some of the taboo issues that want to hear this thing like building committees and looking in some of the positions what they did like this one petition. I would like to hear that, or are they looking at seeing us that we are getting to a second one or third one? Are we doing something like that? Because I believe it's on them that we are on the road. Much of our resources, people were taken as slaves, and these people are thinking of this, or is that something?
No, it depends on what the speakers want to put on the agenda. This time around, they think one of the most pertinent problems affecting the world or mankind is climate change. You know, we've just been having one of the biggest conferences in Dubai about the effects of climate change and how much investment can the world make to make this planet, mother planet, Earth, a better place to live in, or we are destroying it such that it is one of the worst places to stay when we are long since then gone, but the people who will be living here will be our own children. So these are issues. Yes, we could be poor, but they are even as a result of colonialism, but there are other important issues which can change the history of this country, the history of the world. And one of them is climate change. And climate change is one of the agenda. They are looking at also the issues affecting the youth. 80% of our populations are now youth. If we don't plan for them, it's a time bomb. And the most important institution that handles youth issues is Parliament, because it is it's a conglomeration of the people coming together, different groups, men and women, old and young, professionals, non-professionals, rich and poor. They come together representing or reflecting what their country is. So yes, the issue you're raising is quite important, but the agenda is determined by the speakers themselves. This time, they have looked at other issues other than that particular one.
Okay, thank you so much.